Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and I am here for Mystery Monday. And I'm feeling a lot better than I did last week. I'm still coughing, but not nearly as much. So hopefully, we'll get through this broadcast without any issues. I am running with the showing you what's here and walking you through the steps of this mystery project. I did not do a PowerPoint presentation for it. I really enjoyed it last week, just having a conversation and seeing each other, right? So I hope you have all of your supplies together. They're really basic, and how you play with this is up to you. I will tell you that I got my inspiration from the layout from one of my favorite magazines, and that's the Scrapbook and Cards Today. I believe it's out of Canada, and inside they have what they call page maps. We call them, I know them more as a sketch challenges. And I saw one that I just fell in love with, and I had my paper pack out, and I was working on a card for this really amazing gentleman that I see almost every day that I go to the gym. And he's a very, very, very big man. He started off mobility challenged, and he was coming in his electric wheelchair, and then he kept doing his workouts and his physical therapy and whatnot, and has been able to get out of the chair and then to a walker and then a cane. And I recently saw him walking all on his own without any ambulatory assistance at all. He's still really big, and every time I see him go in, it warms my heart. It makes me super, super happy. And I've been wanting to make a card for this gentleman and just saying, "You're an inspiration. We see you." My gym buddy and I, every time we see him walk through and head off to do his workout, and he was started in the pool, we get really, really happy. Just seeing him putting forth that effort and going and doing the work every day with how hard it is inspirational. It's joy fulfilling. And so we wanted to let him know that we see him and support him without necessarily saying, "Hey, we're creepy, stalky women at the gym and whatnot." We're gonna actually like write in it and then leave it at the desk, and just when the staff see him, have them pass it on. We're not gonna sign it. We're just gonna say, "Hey, you're an inspiration. We see you. Thank you. Keep up the work," kind of a thing. You've more than got this. So that's what I was working on, and that's what inspired this week's Mystery Monday project. So if you've got all of your products together and you're ready to get going, the first thing you're going to do, of course, is fold your card with preferably a bone folder, and then you're going to go ahead and braze it, which is just creasing it and making sure that it's not all floppity, right? And then I actually took some of my coordinating ink and I distressed oxided along. Let's see if I can get you to see it without showing you my project. You can kind of see I distressed using some ink all the way around. I'll have to show it to you when we're done. But I inked around my card and distressed it and gave it more pop. And I did that with every piece on this card. So once you do that, go ahead and grab your largest piece of paper. I used cardstock, but I believe I put down cardstock or background and textures. Go ahead and distress ink around that. Take your adhesive. Again, I used just my standard tape runner, and put that piece onto your card base. And I'll give you a minute to go ahead and do this. I hope everybody's week has been fantastic. I got my maker's box. I attended the launch event for Close to My Heart's next catalog release, which comes out January 1st. And we did our launch November 18th. And so I got a sneak peek to the catalog and the product and some projects. And it's amazing. I love about half of the book. Not all of it. I'm not a gung ho. You have to have everything kind of person. And I mark the things I'm interested in, and I probably won't get but a few items each month. I limit myself. I actually really enforce a budget, and I have to have a plan. I sketch down what I want and want to do with it, and my ideas and projects. So, anyways, next, take your background and textures paper the next size down. Go ahead and distress it with your ink of choice. And going ahead and just use, again, tape runner. Put it down on top of your first piece. So you've got your card base, and this is your second piece of paper on top of that, your third item in your first clue, right? So once you've got that placed, there's no right or wrong way to put this. I'm not giving you hints on upper or lower or centered. I actually trimmed mine down a little bit more because I wanted more framing on my sides. And I went rogue. I went with this great foundation of a sketch from this magazine, and I still went rogue. But I'll show you the inspiration, and then I'll show you my end result. Okay, so now the next part of the clue says to use a 3-inch shape. And I gave the clue that I used a circle. And you're going to stamp it or sticker it, or you're going to froof it up. Okay. And then use a dimensional, whether it's a 3D foam tape, a thin foam, dots to raise it up, but you're going to give it some dimension. You're going to have it start popping off of the page. And so you're going to put that onto your 3-inch shape. And if you're going to have things tucked in behind it, whether it's like leaves or more flowers or ribbons or chevroned paper, you're going to want to figure out how you want to align your hard embellishments with your shape. And then you're going to put that on. Again, I used a circle, which I actually messed up on my thin cut. I ended up, the paper slid, and so one little section is actually flat and not part of the circle, but I hid that. It's fine. It's just paper. A lot of multitude of sins can be covered up with shiny stuff and paper and ribbons and embellishments. So if you have a mistake, it's okay, right? I ended up cutting some images, and then I added a stamped sentiment because, like I said, I was making this for this guy at the gym who's an inspiration, right? So I used an inspirational little sentiment and then put it all together. So this is the time that you're going to put your shape onto your card with any of the things that you're tucking behind your shape. And we're going to go ahead and take some time. I'm going to just chatter away. If there's comments, I will see them. I did post, let's see here. Somebody said, hi, I didn't get anything cut. Okay. Yeah, you don't suck. Life happens. And I don't even show the clue until the day before. You had one day to get everything cut. It's fine. This is all about fun. You could actually cut it while I babble away and catch up. It's okay. Okay, there is no right or wrong. You could decide, I'm not in the mood to do the mystery stamping project, and you just want to work on another project and just chat with me. It's fine. There is no right or wrong way to do this, okay? I'm sitting in a very messy craft office today. I'm actually redoing the format. Um, so I actually posted on our neighborhood buy nothing group some of my furniture because it's out, and just changing things up because I can, and I am changing the way I do things. So watching's good, joining's good, commenting's fantastic. So for those that are doing the project, now is the time to finish up your embellishing, right? Coloring, stamping, embellishing, put it together, show your finished product. Okay. And whether you do it now or later, feel free to go to the Gems, Paper, Scissors Facebook group and post in this particular thread underneath the video a picture of your project, or even create a new comment. It doesn't even have to be a comment on the video, right? So as I was saying, I got my inspiration for the layout in one. I have two magazines that I actually pay money and get a hard copy and subscribe to, and this is one of them, and I love it. It's Scrapbook and Cards Today, and as I was saying, I think it's based out of Canada. I could be wrong. One of the two is out of Canada, and I always mix up which one's which. And this particular one has an entire section. There's lots of tips and techniques and ideas and lots of products to get you salivating, going, all these companies have this amazing stuff. So there's a section in here that's called page maps. Many people call them sketches. And so they look like this, and they give you some ideas, right? And then they show you a sample of here's a sketch or a page map. And then they show you two different ways to make it, right? So it's really inspiring. Well, I saw this one, right? There's your circle, right? So there's your circle. There's all your different sizes. Literally, they don't tell you the sizes of these things. They just give you an idea, right? And so that's where this particular Mystery Monday came from, and what inspired me, and where I just found something that made me, oh, okay, I can do this. And I was working with our Cherish paper pack, which is the paper I'm mostly working with this month. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't already have it, you're going to have to hop on. And I think we're down to just the paper packs, not even with the stickers. I think all the sticker packs are gone. They flew off the shelves. They, close to my heart, restocked the warehouse. And within 24 hours, an entire full shipment was again gone. Okay. It is gorgeous. And one of the perks of being a maker is you get to see these things early and get your product early. So here's one of the sheets, and this is the paper that I was playing with, right? And then to the back, of course, because all background textures is two-sided. And then another one of the sheets, you can tell I've been playing with this, right? So the bigger flowers, and then the teeny tiny, I want to call these like dining room, like 1950s farmhouse kind of dining room wallpaper, or bedroom wallpaper. This is more bedroom, and this is more dining room, right? You can tell I like this old kitschy stuff. And there's another paper in here. Where is it? Did I use it all up? Nope. I have an entire sheet I haven't cut. What? And then here's the last sheet in the set, and it's kind of these little dotted squares, and the backside is almost like a runner, right? And so that's what I was playing with, and I was just really, really getting my groove on. And I had all these little scraps. I had some Zipstrips. I had just popped open my mist shimmer tape, and I had some of those pieces laying around. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this based off of that card, that little map. And this is what I made. And you can tell around everything, I took my ink and outlined around it and made it really pop more, right? And then I did my team apply. She does a color challenge every week, and this week it was paprika. And so, hence, even though it's not listed as one of the coordinating colors, I'm like, but that's gorgeous, right? And it kind of makes it more gender neutral, more flowing, gender versus all of the flowers. Because remember, I'm giving this card to a gentleman at the gym that I don't even know. Like, I'm not even going to talk to him to give him the card. I'm having staff give him the card, right? Because he's amazing. And so I stamped it with the coordinating ink, and then the flowers are actually, I had part of a picture my life cards that I had laying around that I hadn't used up, because I break into these suckers and I use them willy nilly, right? I use them on cards, I use them in scrapbooking, layouts, and sometimes I just cut them up because there's elements that I really love and other elements that just don't give me the warm fuzzies. So I'm going to use it how I'm going to use it. And so I put that on to my die cut. And if you look way over here, my circle, you can't, it doesn't go all the way around because my paper slipped when I was using my thin cuts. So it's a straight line. Oops. Oh, well. And then these are just all scraps that was laying around from when I was playing, right? And I turned them all into chevrons and stuck them together. And then I put them together using some dots because I wanted something strong but small and almost flat, but not quite. And I didn't take the back off of my shimmer tape, which is why this little batch right here is stuck together, but it moves, right? How cool is that? And I just tucked it back there and put it on. And I really love this card. And it's a really fun way to approach the Mystery Monday. I hope this inspired you. And I'm going to say that next weekend, I'm actually going to get our clue out on Saturday and post it to our Facebook group and YouTube page so that you have an actual extra full day to get your things cut and prepped, because it's going to be a fun one. I've already got mine cut. I haven't put it together yet. And it has a few more pieces and it lines up a little bit different. So I'm going to give you way more clues in direction in the clues. So in positioning and how to make the card work. But it's really easy, but it's really fun. And when you're done with this next week's card, it is so dynamic that you're going to want to make 20 of them. Okay. Point blank, pull out your scraps, pull out some pretty paper, and we're going to prep starting Saturday this coming week instead of my usual Sunday. Have a great week, everybody. I will be back, and I managed to get it through tonight with only like 1 or 2 coughs. So that's really good. So I will talk to you later, and thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.